So you're gonna help me get everything ready?
Okay, first off, I want to let all of our subscribers know how incredibly, I'm trying not to cry,
I know you are.
how incredibly grateful I am to all of you for the love that you've shown my family and losing Opie, along with helping to get first class back. It does my heart so good to know that my husband is so well loved by all of you.
They liked Opie better.
Just like I love him so much.
You loved Opie better.
No. God is good, and I've said that. And your kindness and support has done a lot to help our family. And I am forever grateful to all of you.
I love you.
I love you.
Okay. I kissed her off camera. You guys don't need to see me making out with my wife. You gonna help me put these on? We need to go put these on Grandpa's pickup. You have any interest at all in helping me? Nothing. Are you gonna help Rose? Okay. Alright, so we gotta put new wipers on this thing. We're going on a road trip tomorrow and it's supposed to rain all the way across to Iowa. I am not brand loyal to any windshield wiper out there, but usually I just find the cheapest because they all work the same, and I usually replace them 3 times a year anyway. But on Dad's pickup I haven't replaced them in quite some time, and there's a good chance that I might forget, so we grabbed some Rain X ones to put on here. But first, nothing can be simple, and I need to read windshield. I have to read instructions on how to put windshield wipers on a vehicle. Actually turned out to be a lot easier than what I anticipated. Yeah, the last ones I put on, these were Michelin's. So like I said, I'm not brand loyal at all to any wiper brand. With the Semi, I've just always gone cheaper because, well, that's just what works out. You replace them as often as I do, and you don't have to worry about how long they last. For me, it's how good they are in the winter conditions. When it's raining, I don't really need to see a whole lot, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're gonna head over to Cedar Rapids, Iowa, and we're gonna get my semi truck, my Kenworth W900. The cat is done and paid for. I don't know what to say to you guys. Thank you. You guys have helped in leaps and bounds on making that possible with everything, and you've also made it to where I can never get rid of that truck now, ever, because of how many donations were made in the honor of Opie. A lot of those donations were in the honor of Opie, and I appreciate it. We're gonna go get that truck and we're gonna bring it home, and if it makes it home, which is what, 250 miles or somewhere in there, if it makes it home, then I'll book a load. But you know, Mom and Dad and Sarah keep asking, so where are you going next? And I'm not booking a load till I get it in front of my house and I know it's gonna run. Where'd you go? That was a baby bungee rabbit. It went into the grass. See my glasses fogging over? I tell you what, hold on, for about 3 days we got to see what you guys out west got to see. It was 100 to 103 degrees here, and the humidity was only at, I guess it was higher than what out west would call good. It was 30% here, which is insanely low for this time of year. that all changed. Now it's 86 degrees, but the humidity is right up there with it at 86% or above, somewhere in there. I'd much rather have the 103 degrees with 30% humidity before the miserable humidity that we have right now. But I've always said that. I hate winter and leaps and bounds love summer. It's always the humidity that gets you, at least in Iowa. Well, we can go ahead and check those Rain-X wipers off the list of ever wanting to put them on again. They leave a whole big streak right there. I didn't know they actually applied Rain-X to windshields, and well, apparently they do. And when they do, they leave a streak. We're going to see if we can get that streak out of them by just leaving the wipers running, but that's a nasty streak. It's quite rainy this morning. It's one of those solid rains that just soaks you the minute you get out. We're gonna pull over here to Dad's house and pick up my Uber, and then we're gonna get underway.
Hi there.
What'd you buy?
Nothing. Nothing.
Nothing at all?
Awesome. Snacks.
Okay.
Snacks.
We're about 100 miles into our journey right now. We are oh, was that your first time in Sparky's? This one?
No. I've been in here before.
Okay.
We used to stop here on the ambulances all the time going down to Des Moines.
Ah. We're at Sparky's on Highway 20, the normal Sparky's where you would always get Opie his ice cream cones.
No! Boy.
This is where we're at right now. We have a couple hundred miles to go. About 150 miles left till we actually get to Cedar Rapids. And if you're wondering, yes, it is still raining. We actually needed the rain though.
Oh my. We did. The way it looks here, they've had pretty green. I'm putting the seatbelt on, guys. Yep, got it.
Yeah, that's your seatbelt beeper.
I know.
What?
Okay. Just checking where your seatbelt beeper.
Are you confused about my beeper?
I know where it's at. Why does that taste like that?
Because that's zero, I bet. I'm putting mine on too, but mine has one of those anti-beeper clicker things in it that makes it where it doesn't beep.
Are you serious?
But yeah, you bought Healthy Pop, Dad.
Don't do that.
What is that?
It's Zero Cherry Coke. Yeah.
Good luck with that one.
Well, we might be stopping a little sooner on the next one.
No, that's healthy. You're supposed to be healthy. Yeah, I can't drink it.
Aftertaste.
Yeah. It's horrible. I actually tried some 0-calorie Dr. Pepper and it's
Not good.
It's horrible.
How can that be healthy?
We're just outside of Waterloo, Iowa now. We're gonna pull in here to Casey's. Dad, do you want to know what town had the very first Casey's ever in the state of Iowa?
Well,
Because that's where Casey's came from, was the state of Iowa.
yeah.
But what town had it?
I'm gonna, just a guess because we're in Waterloo. Probably Waterloo.
No.
No.
Nope, not even close. That's a handicap spot. And here I'm thinking I have an old person with me. It's an automatic handicap. I'm joking. Do not look for a handicap sticker. You will live.
Well, Mom's is in here somewhere.
But no, it's not Waterloo.
It's not.
Nope. The first official store that he owned that he called Casey's.
Casey, Iowa.
Now, is there Casey, Iowa?
I think there is, but anyway, go ahead. I interrupted you again.
Yeah, you did. And now you made me forget what the name of the town was.
No.
I'm serious. Boone, Iowa.
Boone, Iowa.
He actually owned a gas station in Des Moines that was an all-service gas station. But the first one he called Casey's was in Boone, Iowa.
You know why they call it Casey's?
Because the guy who gave him the idea to put it in Boone had a name of Casey.
Oh, I didn't know. I just wondered if you do.
Anything else?
Snowball you.
No, you can quiz me, man.
Yeah, I know it. You're.
Actually, I was watching this guy.
I figured you were watching something.
The fat electrician. He lives somewhere around Fort Dodge, I think. He did a whole thing on Casey's on YouTube.
Wow.
I watch him for his World War II stuff.
Yeah, I know they got over 2,800 stores, and they're going to add another. They bought out another chain.
They're getting too big.
They're right now. They're the third largest in the country.
But they're getting too big. Their stores are getting trashed.
Oh.
That one in Ida Grove.
They're losing control. I mean, Mapleton's not the best either.
Yeah, but that one in Ida Grove.
You know that.
I went in there. It was nasty.
But the one thing that convenience stores need to do is clean their darn pumps. You can't read them sometimes, and they're dirty and disgusting. Just clean your pumps, boys.
Go ahead and get diesel at them. See how bad they are.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Dad's having a stroke over here because they're going to throw all this wood away.
All this good wood in the dumpster. I know they are.
Poor guy. Yeah. They're going to throw all that wood away in a dumpster is what he's saying. We have 60 miles left till we get there.
What are we doing?
Well, the beeping doesn't go away
Oh,
until
God.
you put your seatbelt on.
Well, then now you're going to see. No, hide that.
Good Lord.
Well, I found my root beer, so I got to have something with my root beer.
There. The beeping can stop.
Yeah,
now.
beeping can stop.
Okay.
That's what the beep's for, though, is to remind us to do it.
Let you know. Let you know. All right, we've made it to Cedar Rapids. We're not at Caterpillar yet. We're at Freddy's Frozen Custard Steak Burgers. We're going to meet up with a cousin of mine here, 82T Racing. 82T Racing. Some of you went there and watched their channel. They have an awesome racing channel, family racing channel. We're going to meet up with them here. Well, I think just Cindy. We're going to meet up with just Cindy here. And Mike is still working, meeting. I don't know. But we're going to meet up, have some lunch here. I got some family that lives around here. And then we're going to get the truck.
You know what I'm thinking about? 1993 floods.
The 93 floods would have been would have been huge.
Yeah, it was huge.
Yeah, the flood
This was all flooded down there. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that'd been huge. The floods I seen in Cedar Rapids here were not that big. Well, there's the old clunker. You think it runs?
Sure she is. She's going to look nice and sweet.
Think they painted it?
Well, for that kind of money, they better.
I don't know. We'll see if they painted the engine. Let's get in here and see. Let's pull right here.
Get her started.
I don't see any bright yellow paint under down there yet. We won't be able to leave that there. It'd rattle like crazy. Or figure something up to hang him somewhere in there somewhere maybe. Right there. Well, I figured the old German would want to go with our maiden voyage here. I did get a card that was left in my truck. I don't know who it was from here. Did it say who it was from? Let me check. No. Thank you for the card. Somebody left it in the truck while it was here. Appreciate that. Okay, so she's built up enough air. She's warmed up a little bit. Let's get on the road. We'll do some talking a little bit later on. We do know we have some painting to do, but other than that, who knows? Well, the air conditioning no longer works. Right now you're saying, turn around and go back, tell them to fix that. No, it's out of that shop. It's out of there. I'll take care of it back home. It's only 97 degrees in here, so it's not triple digits in here yet. We're live. On the plus, we're down to 91 degrees in here, so that's pretty cool, right? That's awesome. So I did call them, and I said, hey, my AC's not working. They didn't have time. We ain't got time to work on it now. Take it to a shop, have them look at it, and we'll see if we can reimburse you something maybe. So what I'm gonna do, with any luck, maybe, at least this will tell me, this is just a high pressure. These things, I don't promote them, but if anything, just maybe, they just didn't put any Freon back in it. It's got a hiccup. You hear that? Like it's got a cam. Maybe that's normal. Huh. So that was our deal. They didn't put Freon back in the AC system. That can I had only gets me down to about 50, 55 degrees coming out of the vent. I'm kind of a picky little guy. I like it when it says 38. How long does the idle stay up when you get an engine rebuilt? Because like my engine, it's almost idling at 800 RPM when I am stopped, and it was idling at 7. I'd rather have it go back down to 7, but if I remember right, on a rebuild they idle higher, but I can't remember if I have to fix that or if it'll just naturally come down when the engine breaks in. I prefer it naturally come down, but it's kind of weird idling at 8. And then when I do bump it up to 8,500, or not 8,500, 850, it vibrates a little bit more than what it used to. Just needs broke in, I guess. Where it loves, I'm going to run inside, grab another can of Freon, top the system off. We need to find a place to put Opie's collar. I could put it around the speaker right there, or I could hang it somewhere up there. That's where I want to put it. That way, you know, he's always just kind of there. The weather, it's 96 degrees right now. Back home, it's 87 degrees. The only difference is that rain we left earlier back home, it's turned into some pretty nasty storms. You guys probably can't see it, but over there on the radar there's a lot of lightning bolts in that little radar there, so we should be finding some storms eventually here in a little bit. As it sets right now, we got 150 miles to go till we reach the homestead. Well, call me paranoid, but I keep stopping every so often and checking everything out to make sure everything's kosher. We're in Webster City, Iowa. We haven't driven far since I talked to you last. When I stop, I usually idle it up to 900 RPM. And now when I do it, well, there's just no possible way I could sleep through it. Is that normal? Will that flatten out? The only other engine I've gotten done is a big cam 4 Cummins. And they were the smoothest running engine ever built, but I was kind of curious. Jackpot! I was hoping I had a pair of shorts in here. And I do have a pair of shorts in here. Yeah, baby. These legs are screaming. They're screaming it's warm. Let me out, man.
A couple hours or no? I don't know about that. Okay, what's the quote?
I remember when I would never wear shorts in the truck. I'm like, truck drivers don't wear shorts. And then I was to the point, it was so bad that it was truck drivers only wear trucker boots, which me and my kids always call trucker boots, cowboy boots, and you wore blue jeans. I was YouTubing when we did that. Then I made the transition to wearing hiking shoes. And I personally have no clue. I like that right there. I can see Opie in the background. But I have no clue what I was doing to my feet before. I was torturing them is what I was doing. Because the minute I started wearing those shoes, man, my feet felt better just like that. Well, then a couple summers ago, I was like, you know what? Let's try wearing shorts in a truck. Never done it before. Let's give it a try. And I did it, and there's no going back. I look like a dork in shorts. I mean, don't worry, I will never get rid of button-up shirts. I am not a t-shirt guy. I hate wearing t-shirts. I rarely wear t-shirts even when I'm at home running around. Well, yeah, I do. No, not a whole lot. But, yeah, I do. I look kind of foolish in shorts. Big old belly. But they're cargo shorts at least, you know. They're not like other shorts. They're dad shorts is what you could call them. They're dad shorts. And, excuse me. And that's what I wear. My legs feel much better now. Personally, I wouldn't mind sitting here in my underwear, but, well, since we haven't made a video in a while and I haven't given you guys bad images, Heather, that one's for you. That's right. I'm just going to sit here in my underwear. No, I have shorts on. But you guys wouldn't know it if I was. Okay. 100 miles till we get home. We're not going to stop again. Everything seems to be looking okay. All the gauges look okay. She runs a lot cooler than she used to, but I think that might, I'm hoping my gauge might be bad on my water temp, because 165, 170 is not going to cut it. That's not safe for an engine to run consistently. You want that warm temp. Oil pressure, it's running fine. Everything else is going good. Well, our weather is starting to change. Apparently just up there somewhere on Mason City, rumor has it there's a tornado up there. If you're wondering where Uber Dad's at, my sister was doing some work back there. I can't remember if it was Cedar Falls or Waterloo. I don't know. She was doing some work back there, and she went by us while I stopped at that Quick Trip to fill up on Freon the first time. And I told Dad, you know, chase her down, man. So Dad chased her down, and he's running with Stacy right now. They did have to stop at Sparky's, which is probably about 30 miles from us, because it was just pouring so hard and the wind was so bad. So I'm glad he chased her down. I'm fine out here. And, well, that's where Dad's at. He's up ahead of us probably about 30, 40 miles. But yeah, the tornado's supposed to be up there somewhere. I'm really digging that. Opie hanging right there, the collar of my beautiful German Shepherd. I might move it, but I dig it right there. That way when I'm talking to you guys, I can look in the camera and see the leash back there. It kind of makes you... It is right there. Let's just call it that. That tickles a little bit. Alright, we didn't make it home yet. We stopped here in Sparky's. And my dad and my sister are still here. I don't know why they're still here. It's sunny out now at this point. But I'm going to go see what they're doing. Look at those sexy legs. Oh. Super sexy. Get the camera all ready. That way I can get my sister on camera. She hates it, but you know what? I gotta be a brat, big brother, little brother every once in a while.
Really don't.
Haha, I got her on camera. Okay, this, I promise, is our final stop. We have 75 miles. We drove like 25, 30 miles to get here. Just seeing all kinds of family. Let's get underway, finish this thing up, get home. Truck's still doing good. What? 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 I know. I need to get out of the truck, don't I? Okay. Let me grab my pants. Yeah. Let me grab my pants. Oh, hi, baby. How are you? Yeah. Oh, dude. I dropped my... Yeah, they're gonna be damp. Yeah. Yes. For some of you that are wondering how Jax has been doing since we lost Opie, he's been okay. He has stepped up in a big way on trying to fill Opie's shoes. It's amazing how he has Jax has never been one to really comfort you if you're really sad, but he has stepped up bigger than life and will cuddle with you more, let you pet him more, and just be that sympathy type dog. And he will also be the one that poops right on the sidewalk, doesn't he, honey?
He doesn't cuddle me more.
He doesn't cuddle you?
No.
Oh, tisk. All right, I'm gonna go eat some pizza, and tomorrow I will show you the engine and talk about what I'm happy with and what I'm not happy with. That's still gonna be in this video, just to let you know. But I want pizza and I gotta go to the bathroom really bad. Alrighty, let's finish up this video. I got Jax howling at the noon whistle, and then I got preoccupied, and it's now 2 days later. what did I like and what did I don't like about getting my engine not rebuilt. It's not rebuilt, it's just an Inframe. An Inframe only does basically from like there up. Pistons, liners, all the fun stuff. Look it up on YouTube or look it up on Google what an Inframe is, and it'll tell you exactly what it is. I liked I could actually talk to the service manager whenever I wanted. Right off the bat, they give you his cell phone number, so I can text him or call him, but I choose to text because that's what I do. And then on top of that, I mean, they did a good job. I like how all the, you know, they put everything back good with the ties, replace the lines that need replaced. I do have a fuel line that I do have to get replaced, but that's not part of the Inframe itself. I don't think the compressor is either, but they did put a new compressor on. It is working dandy. Things I guess I kind of thought maybe this would come off during the Inframes, but it doesn't. That stays on, and which means we still have a leak right here, and our front seal still has a leak. That would be considered an out of frame when they'd mess with that stuff, is what I'm gathering. Let's go over here. Like I said a second ago, they did put stuff back really nice. I mean, they covered lines up. They brought stuff up to where it needs to be. Well, we'll talk about the dislikes now. My biggest dislike was two things. One was what I found out is normal. When you do an in-frame, and it's just an in-frame, not an out-of-frame, they don't paint anything, is what I've learned. And well, they painted the head, of course. Well, you can't really see much over here, but like the oil cooler they had out, it'd been a good time to paint that and make it look new. They did slap some paint on the water pump housing there quick. But here we go. All right, all the valve covers were off. That'd been great if those were painted. The compressor was off. That'd been great if it was painted. The oil pan was off. It'd been great if it was painted. But like I said, I found out that's kind of the norm. Which isn't the norm. The second thing that I'm really mad about, not mad, but disliked about, was they went over budget. They went over budget by way more than what we had talked about, and it's right here. The turbo. I did not want a new turbo. I was going to go aftermarket with turbo. I'm okay with, I love OEM for internal parts, but on the outside I was going to go aftermarket. I had a nice turbo I was going to put on there. I don't need to now because there's one on there, and that one's going to last forever, versus the aftermarket wouldn't have lasted forever, but it would have, I don't know. So they went over budget, and that's what I don't like. I hate it when shops go over budget. So what I think I'm going to start doing, I thought I had it in writing before, but it wasn't good enough writing. When I go to a shop, I ask for a quote, and that quote, I always add $1,000 to that quote. But then somehow, that always worked years ago. Now, no more. No more. It's always over $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. And in this day and age, I don't have it. It's, you know, when I go into a place and they tell me, well, it's going to cost, this is just purely examples, it's going to cost $1,500. So I add $1,000 to it, which takes you $2,500. And now they're starting to come in with $3,500 or $4,500 for a total on a budget that I had already set. And it's not, one thing I think shops need to realize is, it's not that I'm being tight, it's I only have that amount of money, so that's all I can give you. At the end of the day, that's it. Now, thanks to you guys, I was able to get this thing out of Hawk, but if it wasn't for that, it'd still be sitting. That's all there is to it. It'd still be sitting over there, not making money, which means I don't have the money, which means, so I think what I'm going to start doing is making them sign a contract. Not that they have to stick to that budget, but that they won't go over a number. Like if I tell them $1,500, if they tell me $1,500, I'll write down a number, 2,500. This is all I have. If you go over it, you're going to have to swallow that cost. Or if you reach that point, just stop working on it. I'd rather just get it out of the shop. It sounds stupid. I know, it really does. But that was my second thing that made me upset. Paint thing, I get over that real easy. The over budget thing, that drives me nuts. But it's not like they're the only shop that does it. Everybody does it now. It's the new normal. But all in all, it's done. It runs. I've actually ran it. We went down to Kansas City, which is in a video you're going to be seeing coming up here. And she's a little spunky. Ran into a little issue, but we'll talk about that more in the video after this one. Alright. Any more howling? No, it's too hot to howl, isn't it? Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please throw a like down there. If you haven't yet, please subscribe. And once again, thank you. Thank you so much.